it's very important to clarify at least a little. This point is important because words carry meaning, and meaning leads to an emotional response which can bring about a certain enthusiasm, but also fear, anxiety, essentially experiences that can be potentially negative. So, is artificial intelligence really intelligent? So first of all, we should determine what intelligence is, even for us humans. Intelligence. Is it our capacity for reasoning, for cold calculation, for rational thinking? Or is intelligence linked to our unconscious, to emotionality, to an artistic creativity linked to instinct? Machines struggle to express this. This reflection alone could take hours of video, with input from scholars, philosophers, neuropsychologists, etc. Something that comes to mind for me: machines will struggle to express themselves because they are made of metal and not of flesh and blood like us. So this reflection alone would take up hours and hours of video with the intervention of scholars, philosophers, neuropsychologists, etc. Let's keep it brief. It's a bit superficial, and let's also say that our intelligence is a synergy of rationality and visceral feelings. That is what Kahneman, the only psychologist to have won the Nobel Prize in economics, summarized in his theory of slow thinking, which is rational and calculating, and fast thinking, which is instinctive. Slow and Fast Thinking is another book I highly recommend. It's fascinating, especially for those studying behavioral finance. But let's get back to intelligence, the cognitive dimensions, the more rational one, the more instinctive one, and how they interact, not just. Let's add an obvious point, but it's very important. We are not the only ones to be intelligent on this planet. I mean, there are very different living organisms, and each has its own peculiar adaptive intelligence, a specific intelligence that is closely tied to the way each organism perceives the world. Just think about vision, for example, how living creatures see the world differently, perceiving colors or frequencies in different ways, and how intelligence is built based on perceptual principles. So these are the assumptions. Very important for understanding correctly how artificial intelligences are intelligent. And never forget that when we talk about AI, in relation to us, we're not talking about